A Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size.
Hello everyone, this is Abra, and I am back to give my 2 cents on the new trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. This movie follows the events from the last Spider-Man movie, Far From Home, where it was revealed to the world that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And of course, this has caused great chaos in Peter's life, and it's put his loved ones and friends in danger. So he's desperate to try to find a way around this. He ends up going to visit Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange, in the hopes that Doctor Strange can cast some sort of spell that will make everyone forget that he is Spider-Man. Now, unfortunately, as we've seen with many movies, messing around with the timeline, there's unforeseen consequences and things can happen. And while they're doing the spell, Peter, realizes this. He says, oh, everyone's gonna forget that I'm Spider-Man, even the people that I would actually want to know that I'm Spider-Man. And this causes Doctor Strange to lose concentration, and the spell goes awry. And this ends up, I guess, triggering the multiverse, opening it up, fracturing it maybe. And this is what is allowing the other Spider-Man movies to kind of cross over into this one. So there's this theory that there are all these different universes. So the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield movies and everything that happened within those worlds can kind of come in and bleed into the Disney world. I mean, the premise is interesting. It opens up a lot of possibilities in the future for Disney to, introduce characters. I hope it's not a case of they're trying to manipulate fans' emotions, by tapping into that little nostalgia itch again. But my takeaway from this movie is I wasn't overwhelmed by the trailer, but I think it's just because I've been a little underwhelmed by the Marvel movies lately. The Black Widow movie, I don't know what it was. It was kind of depressing. I don't know if it was like just a dark feeling to it, or the fact that we know that, the ultimate fate of Black Widow at the end of the second Avengers movie. But it was kind of depressing. There were a couple things in the trailer that stuck out that I found intriguing. And some people I think have touched on this. You do see a glimpse of what looks like the black Spider-Man suit, which is the symbiote suit. There's a scene where it looks like Peter could be running through that homeless shelter that Aunt May works at. I'm not sure. I kind of hit pause and was trying to zoom in on the frame and see if I can make it out. So that's an intriguing thing. I hope they're not throwing so many elements in this movie that everything gets lost. That kind of happened to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 movie. The studio allegedly got involved and they had their eyes on dollar signs and they just wanted to put more and more elements into the movie, and it just kind of bogged it down, and people really were not happy with that third Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. Anyway, back to the trailer. There's another part where it looks like it could possibly be Daredevil. Peter is in the police station and somebody comes up and slams down a stack of files, and people are kind of theorizing, hey, could that be Matt Murdock from the Netflix Daredevil series, which they could do that because the whole multiverse thing, he could kind of come in and become a part of the Marvel, Disney Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's see, something else about the trailer. It does seem to have kind of like that cookie cutter humor that Marvel has kind of been known for. There's that kind of cheesy Joss Whedon banter back and forth between Doctor Strange and Peter Parker. The whole idea that Doctor Strange has his spell go awry because Peter's being annoying is kind of cheesy. I wish it was some sort of external force that causes the spell to go haywire, and not just because Peter's annoying. But I mean, I guess that says something. I did kind of find this version of Peter Parker, I mean, no offense to Tom Holland, but I just found him kind of annoying. I wish he didn't seem so obsessed with Tony Stark. That was just kind of a weird thing. I wish it was more of respect and he admired his scientific knowledge and ability. But that whole obsession with Tony Stark thing, that was just very strange. It made it just seem like he had daddy issues. Let's see what else. I love that J.K. Simmons playing J. Jonah Jameson, and I hope he has a little bit of a more prominent role in this movie. It'll be interesting to see where they go with it. There's this part where it looks like Doctor Strange and Peter are at odds with each other. I don't know if they're actually fighting, but you see Doctor Strange on a train fighting with Peter as he's suited up as Spider-Man. Then you hear Doctor Strange say, "You've been living two lives for too long. What did you think would happen?" I don't know if he's referring to the two lives of him being Spider-Man and being Peter, or if he's talking about maybe possibly Peter going back and forth through different universes, through the multiverse. That would get tiring, but I don't know, maybe he was trying to do something like that. The whole idea of the multiverse is intriguing. I'd like to see what Disney's going to do with it. Again, it's after 20 years, 2 decades of superhero movies, it is getting a little bit tiring. Maybe they need to either shelve the genre for a while or think completely outside of the box. I have a feeling they're going to use the multiverse, to introduce some of the lesser known characters, Miss Slappy McHands, Miss Marvel, Klepto Riri Williams, the Garbage Boy Captain America. But I don't know, we'll have to see what Disney is going to do. They do seem to want to take advantage of the feelings of nostalgia that people have, for the old movies, especially, the Tobey Maguire ones. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. My expectations are going to be tempered at this point. Hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised. I like some of the things I see, but I've been kind of disappointed in the past. So I will kind of hold out hope that this will be good, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too high. All right. Well, we'll have to wait until we see some more trailers, some more news on what's going to be in the movie, and I'll give you my further thoughts from there. Thank you so much for listening to my ramblings. This is Abra again. Take care.